Generation Z, raised in a digital world, experiences the Israeli-Palestinian conflict through a constant stream of social media, not just traditional news. For them, the boundaries between global events and personal life are blurred by the ever-present glow of their screens. News is no longer a distant headline. It's a notification, a trending hashtag, or a viral video that appears in the palm of their hand at any moment. Their opinions are shaped by first-hand accounts, viral videos, and passionate arguments, often delivered by peers or influencers they trust. The immediacy of these digital interactions means that emotions run high, and stories spread faster than ever before. This makes their perspectives immediate, personal, and often deeply divided. Conversations can quickly turn into debates, and friendships are sometimes tested by opposing views. Social media connects Gen Z globally. Someone in London can feel the impact of events in Gaza in real time. The world feels smaller, and distant conflicts become part of their daily reality. But these platforms also create echo chambers, amplifying one narrative while muting another, making it easy to get trapped in a cycle of confirmation bias. So two people can see the same event and reach opposite conclusions, each convinced their version is the truth. This digital divide can feel insurmountable. Algorithms reinforce biases, showing users more of what they already believe and filtering out perspectives that challenge their worldview. This makes dialogue across divides harder, as genuine understanding is often lost in a sea of curated content and polarized opinions. Gen Z demands authenticity, often trusting independent creators over established news outlets. They seek out voices that feel real, unfiltered, and relatable. They process complex issues through memes, using humor and satire to make sense of overwhelming information. Short videos and hashtags become tools for both learning and activism, allowing them to spread messages quickly and creatively. This brings immediacy to activism, but also exposes them to a flood of misinformation, making it difficult to separate fact from fiction in a crowded digital landscape. This generation is more informed and more fragmented, constantly bombarded by new information and diverse viewpoints. They are always questioning motives, sifting through conflicting stories, and trying to piece together a coherent understanding of the world. Their engagement with the conflict is defined by digital immediacy, empathy, and the challenge of navigating a divided online world, where every voice can be heard, but not every voice is trusted. Many Gen Zers strongly support Israel, viewing the Israeli Defense Forces as essential for national survival amid persistent threats. They highlight Israel's democracy, technological innovation, and pluralism, using hashtags like #SupportIsrael to build online communities. Viral moments like footage of missile attacks reinforce their belief in the necessity of a strong military. For these supporters, the IDF's actions are fundamentally protective, not aggressive. Many young Jews in the diaspora feel a personal connection, seeing Israel's defense as tied to their identity and safety. They're active in campus groups and online, countering what they see as anti-Israel bias and anti-Semitism. For them, supporting the IDF is about ensuring Israel's right to exist in a hostile world. On the other side, a passionate segment of Gen Z champions Palestinian rights, framing the conflict as a struggle for justice and liberation. They see the IDF as an occupying force, sharing images of destruction and stories of loss from Gaza and the West Bank. Hashtags like #FreePalestine and #GazaUnderAttack mobilize support and highlight humanitarian crises. Influential Palestinian creators use social media to share first-hand experiences, making the conflict personal and urgent for global audiences. Viral videos of military abuses reinforce their belief in the need for accountability and justice. Their activism extends offline, from campus protests to boycott campaigns, demanding an end to occupation and military aid. For these advocates, the fight is part of a broader movement for global equality and human rights. For Gen Z, the conflict isn't just a distant news story. It's a live, interactive event unfolding in real time on their phones. Every notification, every update, and every viral post brings the world's events directly into their hands, making global issues feel immediate and personal. Social media is the main arena where opinions are shaped, movements are sparked, and narratives are fiercely debated. It's a space where anyone can contribute, challenge, or amplify a message, making it a powerful force in shaping public perception. Young people rely on peer-to-peer sharing, following journalists and activists on the ground for raw, unfiltered perspectives. Live streams and first-hand accounts offer a sense of authenticity that traditional media often lacks, fueling a desire for direct connection to unfolding events. Hashtags become rallying cries, uniting strangers around shared causes and forging digital communities. These online movements can quickly gain momentum, reinforcing worldviews and mobilizing collective action across borders. But algorithms often create echo chambers, feeding users content that aligns with their beliefs and deepening ideological divides. This makes it increasingly difficult to find common ground or engage with opposing viewpoints. Misinformation spreads at lightning speed, and nuance is frequently lost in a digital landscape that rewards outrage, simplicity, and sensationalism. The pressure to react quickly can overshadow thoughtful analysis. Gen Z is hyper-aware, constantly exposed to a flood of information, but often fragmented in their understanding. Without historical context or trusted guidance, navigating this deluge can be overwhelming and confusing. Social media empowers activism, giving young people a platform to organize and speak out. Yet it also exposes them to relentless conflict, emotional exhaustion, and the weight of global crises. Ultimately, social media is both a tool for global connection and a magnifier of division and pain, shaping how Gen Z experiences and responds to the world around them. Viral videos shape Gen Z's understanding of the conflict more than official reports ever could. Clips like the June 2025 missile attack, seen by millions, turn distant events into shared, visceral experiences. Raw, unfiltered content, whether soldiers' actions or civilian suffering, quickly becomes evidence for each side's narrative. These moments confirm biases, deepen divides, and make empathy across the conflict harder. Viral content fuels activism, inspires protests and pressures leaders, but also takes a psychological toll on young viewers. The constant stream of graphic images and heated debate can lead to anger, anxiety, and helplessness. Social media ensures that every viral moment becomes another brick in the wall separating perspectives. These digital phenomena have real-world impact, shaping beliefs and driving action. Among Gen Z conservatives, support for Israel is no longer unanimous. Many question America's role in foreign conflicts, including military aid to Israel, reflecting a broader isolationist trend. This shift is visible in groups like Turning Point USA, where leaders defend pro-Israel stances against growing internal skepticism. Young conservatives increasingly ask why U.S. resources go abroad instead of addressing domestic issues. Social media amplifies these debates, signaling a generational rift within the conservative movement. The new perspective is less about the conflict itself and more about rethinking American foreign policy. This internal debate suggests future support for Israel may be more conditional and contested. Despite their differences and the many issues that divide them, Gen Z is powerfully united by a set of core values: social justice, authenticity, and equality. These values are not just buzzwords for them, they are guiding principles that shape their worldview and daily choices. Gen Z is deeply aware of global injustices and feels a strong responsibility to speak out and take action, both online and offline. They instinctively side with the underdog, often championing those whose voices are marginalized or silenced. Applying a critical lens to power imbalances, Gen Z is quick to call out injustice wherever they see it, and many support Palestinian rights as a fundamental human rights issue, seeing it as part of a broader fight for equality and dignity. Authenticity is crucial. They place more trust in first-hand stories and lived experiences than in official statements or traditional media. Gen Z demands transparency from all sides, seeking out unfiltered perspectives and questioning narratives that seem biased or incomplete. Empathy, often sparked by personal stories encountered online, is a driving force behind their activism. These emotional connections foster a sense of solidarity and motivate Gen Z to advocate for those affected by injustice, even if they are thousands of miles away. However, the algorithm-driven nature of their social media feeds can make their empathy selective, sometimes reinforcing one-sided views and creating echo chambers that limit exposure to diverse perspectives. Gen Z demands accountability from leaders and institutions, and they are vocal about their frustration with endless conflict and failed leadership. They want to see real change, not just empty promises or performative gestures. They question justifications for violence and consistently call for peaceful solutions that respect the rights and dignity of all people involved, believing that lasting peace can only come through justice and mutual respect. For Gen Z, justice means holding all actors accountable, not just one side. They believe in fairness and are unafraid to challenge anyone who falls short of these ideals, regardless of their background or position. Their unique blend of idealism and pragmatism fuels a digital movement for a more just and peaceful future, one where every voice is heard and every life is valued. Not all Gen Zers accept the binary narratives dominating social media. Many seek nuance and understanding. They recognize both Israel's security concerns and Palestinian aspirations, refusing to pick a simplistic side. This group follows peace initiatives, cross-cultural stories, and in-depth analysis to form balanced views. Their goal is genuine comprehension, not online victory, and they support solutions that promise dignity and security for all. They reject extremism and call for pragmatic, peaceful resolutions, urging governments to prioritize diplomacy over arms. Maintaining this nuanced stance is tough in a polarized online world where moderation is often attacked. Still, they persist, believing empathy and dialogue are the only paths to peace. These moderates are a crucial voice, reminding us that peace requires listening, understanding, and acknowledging all legitimate claims. Gen Z's engagement with the conflict mirrors our divided digital world, full of passion, activism, and deep rifts. Their efforts have amplified unheard voices, but also intensified division and misinformation. The values of safety, justice, and peace are universal, transcending sides. Condemning all hatred and rejecting dehumanization is essential for progress. Moving beyond online binaries requires empathy, truth-seeking, and a willingness to challenge our own biases. Dialogue and understanding must replace outrage and condemnation. The hope is for a future where all children, Israeli and Palestinian, can live in security and dignity. Gen Z's energy, if harnessed for unity, can help break cycles of conflict and build a more just world.